The 1080p Voplls G7 review. I'm going to display some short clips and some random previews for the intro. Might be a little quiet on some of them. If you like what I'm showing you here and you like what you see, the code to save $10 is JORDANHERNANDEZ. I will have it linked in the description with the clickable links. Something I want you to take note of with the projectors, this one is LED specifically, and with your cameras, they can't really capture the light, like if it was natural light or something. The LEDs, you're going to have some funky looks to it with your cameras. It's not going to get the saturation, the color, the sharpness, and all that stuff all perfect. The camera, in person, they're always going to look better. Obviously, you know, there's higher quality ones, lower quality ones, and yeah, you'll be able to tell a little bit of a difference, but the camera itself is not going to be able to pick that up 100%. So I just wanted to let you know. I do want to let you know they did give me an affiliate link with a discount code that I can give you guys. It'll be down in the description, and I can make or earn commissions off of that. But I personally bought this projector with my own money, and I said, hey, I don't see much reviews. You guys want me to do a review? I don't really make reviews, but I love this projector and I want to share it with others and give my honest opinion about it and stuff. And they said, yeah, I can have an affiliate link, and now I'm here making the review. So this is a Google TV projector. So you got your YouTube, your Netflix, your Prime Video, your Google mic, all that stuff, so you can speak into it. If you have like home connected apps and stuff, you can turn like your porch lights off, certain TVs on or off, turn up the volume on and off, or turn the volume up and down on this projector or other things. You got quick access to focusing, mute, your volume right here, your HDMI inputs, your settings. All right, let's fire it up. All right, so usually it does take a lot longer to turn on. I'd say about 15 to 25 seconds or so. I just put it in sleep mode and turn it on so we didn't have to wait for it to load. I did notice with this projector, when you first turn it on, it is, if it's not in sleep mode, when you first turn it on, to like leave it on for a good, I don't know, minute, 2 minutes or so. That way the system will kind of load up. I don't know if it's because I have slow internet because I live in the middle of nowhere, or if that's software related, because everything seems to run pretty smooth after that. So here with the light off, it's got a pretty good, it's pretty good brightness. I'm honestly really surprised with the price. The price point, what, $399.99? This is like really, really good. I have it on boost mode right now. You can kind of hear the fans, but once you got anything playing, you can't really hear that at all. If you want to turn it down, you can and go to standard mode, but honestly, on bright, it works just fine. Now, if you turn the light on, let's see, it does get it washed out. I wouldn't really say you can watch it during with this light on, but the light is literally right in front of it, so that's actually pretty dang, that's pretty bright. We got our windows covered. This is the kids' room and everything, so but go ahead and turn the light off. But obviously it's gonna be best in a dark room. You probably could have that window open and this would probably do just fine. It is really bright, so be careful so nobody's looking at it. So I have it mounted up higher so the kids cannot get blinded like that. And this is what boost mode sounds like with the fans. Alright, so when you first turn your projector on, you're going to come to your home screen. You can actually change that in your settings if you want to go to like your last HDMI inputs, like if you have your PlayStation hooked up, or if you want this to be your home. I just have it to go to Google Home because I'm usually streaming something. But yeah, you got your like live stuff, and I got really slow internet here, so a lot of this stuff probably won't load. Oh, there we go. You got all your apps that you can go through. You got Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, YouTube, Peacock, Tubi, Google TV, Free Play. So you got your live TV channels, your YouTube music. You can do YouTube TV, your IM player. That's if you have like an SD card plugged in with videos downloaded on it. And you can go through and even download other stuff. It's got a bunch of different options. Alright, so we're testing out some YouTube. And this is the speakers on the projector. And with piano or any acoustic stuff, anything like that, it does kind of get like a clipping sound, but that's pretty loud for what, that was 44 right there, and it's still not clipping. That's 63 right there. I mean, that is actually pretty dang loud. And I noticed YouTube, I don't know if it's just the projector or YouTube itself, but it is way louder on YouTube versus any of the other streaming stuff. I'll go through some different volumes. This is all stock speakers. So as you can see, the volume's going up. I'm about 74 right now. It's crazy how different it looks on the camera versus in real life. So let's go down. And I'm about 4 feet away from the projector. You can almost barely hear it. I can hear it. Let's go all the way up. So, as you can tell, YouTube is a lot louder than all the other apps. So that's all the way up. It's got some nice little umph to it, and there's some low end to it, and it's not just like plain and flat sounding. Like I just heard the rumble of the engine. Like it's nice. All right, so I'm gonna go through and actually show you some movie trailers. I'll show you bits and pieces of different ones.
I hear her heartbeat. Just so close. Hi, Daddy.
You were supposed to call me when you left.
He's in here.
What?
Oh my God, they got Amanda.
He said to turn loose of it.
I'm not.
So go home.
I swear to God, Lodo, you don't step aside, we'll tear you apart.
Alright, let's go through some settings. I'm going to go right here, hit this. It gives you little quick settings over here on the side. You can get to your screen saver, your inputs, your sound settings, picture settings, your Wi-Fi, going to Google Home, your sleep timer, your Bluetooth. The cool thing about Bluetooth is you can get 2 stereo speakers. I think even 5.1 it handles surround sound, I believe. And hook it up Bluetooth wirelessly, and it sounds pretty good. I got 2 big speakers I'll put in here, and it sounds awesome. You got your main projector settings here that you're typically going to be using. Your focus, your image correction, and honestly it doesn't look too good on my phone, but with the bright and the dark in the background. You got your focus, your image correction. So right now on this image correction, I have it fit to the screen right now. So if I go reset to default, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a line over here. Let's see if I click over there. There you go. You can see the line over there. It is not fitting properly. So now the screen is a little blown out and too bright. But I can simply go up here. Let me dim this down. I can simply go up here and go to fit to screen. And watch how nice it is. See where that start is? Right here. See where that start is? And look how high the letters are up there. Go ahead and hit start. It can do this fancy stuff right here. It's getting the focus in. You can see on the left side of the screen how it's still hanging off. And boom, no longer hanging off. Look at the difference where all the start is. I mean, it's pretty accurate. Now, what you can do, I like to be very specific. I like to go into manual Keystone, and I go into here, and you can see where it's not on the screen anymore. I like to kind of adjust it and do it. Like auto is nice, quick, and easy, but sometimes you need to adjust it maybe once or twice. That was pretty good. You can go around all four corners and adjust it down, up, left, right. And that's, I believe that's called 6-way Keystone. A lot of them, it'll only allow you to tilt up and down like this. This one, you can zoom in, you can go left and right, you can really fit different things, and it's pretty nice. Alright, so with your Keystone correction, you have some other features. If you go down to advanced, you have all of your auto correction stuff, but I have it off because I have the screen and I don't ever move it. When I first did it, the auto Keystone correction at startup, it would be very helpful because I just had it on the bed shining up at the wall and automatically correct the screen, and it was pretty good. You have auto fit to screen when you move. If you have like an obstacle in the way of something that's like, I don't know, a couple inches from the screen, it could detect it. I was trying it out. Sometimes it would, and sometimes it wouldn't. Then it would make the screen just a little bit smaller, so it wasn't in the way. Then auto Keystone correction after movement, it's pretty nifty. So if you have it somewhere you're like, I want to move it a little bit different, it doesn't work properly in here whatsoever, but it did a lot better when I didn't have the screen. And I can't do it up because all the stuff in the way, and it'll detect that and it just won't work right. And mine's properly permanently mounted on the wall. So once you move it, let's go down here. See, once you move it, it starts doing this whole display. And it'll start correcting itself, but it's not going to look right now. I'm starting to angle it because I'm one-handed. But it'll start doing this, go through and collect the Keystone and stuff, but it's all completely off because, oh look, see, it straightened it out. But it didn't straighten it out with the screen. That's what the fit to screen would be for. But I mean, it's pretty good. It's very easy, quick, and simple. And if you mess up on any of this, you can always reset to default image. I just fixed everything, so I do not need to do that. And you can use this as a speaker. If you want to use your projector individually, like as a speaker, like a Bluetooth speaker, you go into there, and it'll turn on a Bluetooth
speaker mode is ready.
Oh, see, that's pretty loud.
Please use your phone to connect.
And you can connect to the projector itself and use that as your speaker. In your advanced settings, it's got your projection mode. You can go in here, and this is how I got it to look right, being mounted upside down. Projection, front ceiling. So if I go to front, it won't look right. I'm on front ceiling in order to look right. You can do shoot through. So if you have a shoot through screen, you can do that. Kind of flip flops everything. So if you want to adjust your settings, your brightness and your saturation and all that stuff, if you're streaming or whatever, you have to pause the. You don't necessarily have to pause the video, but when you're playing it and you hit the settings button, it automatically pauses the video anyways. I wish it wouldn't, and I think that can be fixed simply via an update. But if you go to your picture settings like that, it'll still have the image viewed in the background. And right now you can see that I'm on custom. I do not like vivid. That to me just does not. Even if I dim it down here, let me lock this exposure. Standard, that's okay. Vivid, then custom. Now my custom I like a lot more. I turned the contrast down. I thought I had a little too much contrast in there, but you can see the whole image. You can adjust left or right your contrast. I don't want to go through and actually adjust that. The saturation 62. You can go down this, and I think 62 was good. I mean, it's going to be different for everyone's eyes. I don't like it too oversaturated, but I noticed you started going down. You didn't really necessarily lose saturation. You started losing, like, I guess quality or something. It kind of started looking different rather than just saturation. So I think the projector itself has a little more vividness. Then you got your sharpness settings. I think 14 was a good point, and it was normally at 12. One of my favorite features is this color temperature, because this projector was way warm and orange looking. So I went to color temperature and custom. So even if you go to cool, like, look, that looks funky. And if you go to normal, that's like way too orange-ish or warm. Then you go to warm, it just looks funky itself. But if you go here, go to custom, that looks more natural. You can change your red gain, your green, and your blue. I had to bring the reds down by -3. I didn't touch the green, and the blue was up +10, and I feel like that is way better than what any of the standard settings are, and that made this projector really start to pop out and look a lot better than any of the stock settings. And you got your gamma here. This stuff is all personal preference. You're gonna have to play with it and see what you like. You got your dark gamma, your brights, oops, and your normal. I like normal or dark. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. They're both pretty nice. I like both of them, but I think I like the normal. It's you know, your preferences can change once you start getting used to watching something. It all just starts to change. If you want to reset everything, you can reset all the default. Now, if you notice on Disney Plus, and when you're in the settings and stuff, you will have this mode right here. Like when you're in the HDR viewing, you'll have this. And if you're in something that's not HDR, it will have a whole different picture setting. So it'll save your picture settings for HDR, then it'll have a different picture settings for, like, let's say your just a 1080p without HDR. Like, let's just say, I don't know, an older gaming console or something. I have no idea, but it will have an additional picture setting, so it saves for both of them. Your Bluetooth, the Bluetooth, that's important when you're watching movies. I need to lock this AI stuff right here. This exposure lock. Let's see. There we go. Now Bluetooth, going to there, and it's still moving. You can pair accessories like the remote itself, and I got a speaker that I can put on here, and it's a stereo speaker, so it connects Bluetooth. And you got your stereo, you got your left and right, and that sounds pretty good, and you can do that with this, and it is awesome. And these speakers in general are nice on the projector, but when you want it loud and have extra bass, I recommend you can hook up a sound bar and all that stuff, and it just sounds good. Then your brightness, no matter where you are, your brightness will change. It doesn't matter if you're in one app or the other. So your standard, nice little drop down. You can barely hear that fan now. There's high brightness. You can hear the fan a little bit more, but honestly, that doesn't bother me. It's really not loud to me. But once you're watching a movie, you don't hear it whatsoever. Another cool feature of this, I tried Apple products. It would not cast to this whatsoever. Apparently, you have to download like a specific app. I don't know if that's the Google Home related issue or if it's just a projector issue. All the Apple products, there's 3 different Apple products that we have, and that's not working. But if you cast from my Android phone onto here, I'm using my phone to record, so I can't show you, but the cast will go on there, and it's super nice, and it fills up the whole screen. It's like your whole phone just on your projector. So if you have the cast feature on your regular TV, it's pretty much the same thing. You can just do it on the projector. Alright, so some throw ratios. So how far do you have to be from your projector to the screen or your wall to get a specific size? So what's listed for first out, the recommended size for this projector is anywhere from 47 inches to 150 inches. I'm using the 91-inch screen. I'm about 8.5 feet or so away. I think I ended up having to do a little bit more because of where my stud was, so I had to go a little bit further away, so I had to zoom in and stuff with all those features that you're seeing. But 6 feet is about 67 inches, 8 feet is about 89 inches, 10 feet is about 111 inches, 12 feet, it's about 133 inches. So my overview on this projector would be it's a very good starting projector. First projector, especially for the price. It's pretty bright. It's very convenient. You don't have to plug in dongles or all that stuff just to get your Disney Plus or any of that stuff. You don't have to worry about a Fire Stick, nothing. It's all on here. It's all there. It is good. The quality is good. It's pretty bright. We're in a dark room. It's pretty bright with the light on. I mean, it's not recommended. I mean, sure, you can do it, but this, you kind of have to be in a dark room and do it. I think this is a great starter projector. I can give you $10 off on it using my code that I'll have in the description. It's definitely recommended. I spent like $1,000 on another projector, and this is almost just as bright. That projector I don't have anymore, and this is what I'm using for now. And I honestly think it's up to par or even better because of all this smart stuff. I had to plug in all this other stuff and have all these other power cords going to it, and I didn't like that. I mean, just for my HDMI, my wireless for my PlayStation is right here. That's all I have plugged in. You know, there's two outputs right here, or two inputs for your HDMI, and then there's two USBs right there. And you got your power cord. So some pros and cons. Really good quality. It's fairly good in price. It's pretty bright for its size. You got all the apps and everything in one. You don't have to plug in a bunch of different cables and cords and all that stuff just to get all that different stuff. Some cons, I would say, the software at times does lag. When I first turn it on, I have to let it sit for 2-3 minutes to kind of let it, I don't know, catch up to itself. I don't know if that's a projector issue or the hardware issue or just the Google software issue. I have no idea. But other than that, it's pretty smooth. It's very easy to learn. When you get into those settings, you kind of figure those out and you know how to get back to them and stuff. That's if you want to mess with the settings. In general, this projector by itself, just setting it up, is really good. I come back to want to watch this almost every day. I've been watching more movies and I don't normally do it, but now I got this whole setup and it just makes it more convenient. It's not so blinding on your eyes because you don't have light just shining right in your eyes. It's more reflected light, and that's what's better about projectors than TVs. And don't forget, once again, I can give you $10 off if you use my code. I'll have it linked down in the description with the website that you can click on with the black and the white version. They both differ in prices, but yeah, it's, like I said, it's a really good starter projector.